Something you should follow closely right now is the deal that has recently been signed by the United States and Iran. Make sure you follow this deal very closely. Don't fold your arms and just celebrate that Iran and the United States have signed a memorandum of understanding. Or don't just think that the war between Iran and the United States is over. Make sure you follow this deal, this memorandum of understanding very closely. In fact, as you are following, make sure you continue to pray for Iran, the United States, and Israel. Pray for this agreement, this memorandum of understanding to be established. Pray for nothing to happen to this deal that has recently been signed by Iran and the United States, because a lot of things are happening at the background. Now, we are not praying for them to go back to war. We are not praying for the Strait of Hormuz to be closed again. We are not praying for anything bad to happen. In fact, we love peace and stability, and this is our prayer. I've told you that this memorandum of understanding that they recently signed is just a framework. It's not to end the war permanently. Those 14 points mentioned in that memorandum of understanding is just a framework to further give them the opportunity to sit on the negotiation table and discuss, especially on Iran's nuclear enrichment and other matters. Now, the Iranian negotiating team and that of the United States, led by J.D. Vance, were supposed to meet in Switzerland yesterday, and the meeting has been postponed. And this is the reason I've been talking about it every day. If you have been following me, you will understand what I'm talking about. Iran backed down from showing up in Switzerland, and J.D. Vance also postponed his traveling to Switzerland because of the strikes carried out by Israel on Lebanon. In fact, I've told you that since the United States and Iran signed this memorandum of understanding, Israel has not been comfortable with it. Israel has not embraced the memorandum of understanding. The first condition in that memorandum of understanding says the United States and Israel must end all wars in the Middle East and also withdraw their troops, including Lebanon. So Lebanon is at the center of that deal. However, Israel is not respecting that condition, and they have continued to carry out their strikes in Lebanon. So few hours ago, they carried out their strikes in the southern part of Lebanon. And this is the reason why Iran has backed down from showing up in Switzerland to continue the negotiation between the United States and Iran. J.D. Vance also postponed his travel, also postponed his visit to Switzerland, because if the Iranian officials are not going, why should J.D. Vance travel alone to travel and do what in Switzerland? So that meeting was postponed because of Israel again, because they continue to carry out their strikes in Lebanon. So continue to pray for this deal, for nothing to happen to it. Pray for Israel not to destabilize this deal already signed by Iran and the United States. During the last G7 summit in France, Donald Trump and J.D. Vance hugely criticized Netanyahu and Israel for not respecting the deal. In fact, they came out and criticized Israel, telling us that Israel has been fuming with the deal that Iran and the United States recently signed. And they went ahead to say that without the United States, there will be no Israel. So Israel is doing everything possible to ruin this deal signed by Iran and the United States. Iran already made it clear from day one that if Israel doesn't back down from Lebanon, They will be forced to go back to the battlefield. And trust me, if Israel doesn't stop attacking Lebanon, we are going to start experiencing this conflict again. We are going to see the United States and Iran going back to the battlefield. Now, I don't know if anything happens to the deal. If this deal collapses, Donald Trump is going to go back and start launching missiles and drones. I don't know. If Israel helps to make this deal collapse, I don't know if Donald Trump is going to abandon Israel and leave the war. But I think it is high time. If Israel tamper with this deal already signed by Iran and the United States, Donald Trump should just wash his hands and allow Israel in the conflict. And if they allow Israel to stand alone against Iran, the Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, you know what is going to happen. Because Israel is the only one at the moment doing everything possible to destabilize this deal. And they don't have anyone backing them apart from the United States. They are the most hated nation in the world. Nobody will come to support them. So if Donald Trump abandons Israel in this conflict, it's going to be difficult for them. They are going to see water. So pray for them. Pray for them. Pray for nothing to happen in this deal. We don't want to start experiencing the inflation again. You know what it means. You know how the prices of oil and gas, the prices of commodities, you know how they were a few days ago. And the Strait of Hormuz is now open. Ships and tankers have started going through. Prices of oil and gas, prices of commodities have started reducing. And we don't want to start experiencing that again. But what do you think? What's your own opinion? What have you heard? Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Look out for my next update on this topic. God bless you.